as possible for them. It's just, and if somehow this resulted in a team like Washington making the playoffs and Dallas that has, how many wins does Dallas have? 40 wins. They got 40 wins. There's only been 67 games played. And they're out. You know what, Broussard, I will blame you personally. It will be your fault. You have too big of a voice. You're promoting this. You're very influential in the industry. I hold you accountable.
For it. Let's move on to Kevin Durant. His Brooklyn Nets teammate Spencer Dinwiddie did some pot stirring yesterday, saying, quote, at 80%, Durant is Dirk Nowitzki. At 100%, he's the best scorer of all time. Nick, how dangerous are the Nets if Durant does indeed return for the playoffs?
Well, a couple things. Wildly dangerous, especially if he gets back to 100%, because according to, if Dinwiddie's correct, Durant's been playing at 90% his whole career. Because if at 100% he's the best scorer of all time, thus far through his career, he hasn't even been the best scorer of his generation. LeBron averages more points per game, so look out if we ever see 100% Kevin Durant. I guess we've just never seen it yet. But to this point, I feel terribly for KD in this spot. It's already starting wild, and this is something I hold you personally accountable for. You keep saying every day on this show, oh, it's been 400, it's going to be 400 days. Kobe came back at this date. Chauncey came back at this date. We know Kevin Durant's got as big a rabbit ears as anyone in sports. You know he hears this. This is unfair pressure on him. Those guys didn't come back in the cauldron of the playoffs, and those guys didn't pop their Achilles coming back from an injury too early the way he did. To answer Jenna's question, if he comes back, of course, they're incredibly dangerous. I just think it's unfair to even kind of subtly imply to KD he should be thinking about this.
I'm not subtly implying it, and I love when you say cauldron of the playoffs. It's my favorite. Besides Take Integrity is number one, cauldron of the playoffs is number two. Look, we know that KD, this is why I'm just not putting it at 0%. I know that KD loves basketball, and I know that KD loves telling reporters to shove it. And we've yet to hear KD go on Twitter. Does he have Twitter, Broussard? I've yet to see him go on Twitter and say, everyone, stop, keep my name out of your mouth. I'm not coming back. Don't talk about it. And Nick, just for reference, it's going to be around 400 days. Rudy Gay came back with 273 days after 273 days after a torn Achilles. Just throwing it out there, it'll be 400 days. It's a long timetable. It's just, it wouldn't be absurd if he came back. If he wants to tell me to shove it, fine, I'll be quiet. I'll never talk about it again.
Look, if I'm Kevin Durant and I'm fully healthy, again, if he's 99%, don't come back. But if he's fully healthy, 99? If he feels back to normal, if the doctors are saying he's okay, this is great for him. Because it's a strange situation, Nick, as you mentioned. There's play-ins, there's train seeding, reseeding, all of that. Anything could happen in this newfangled playoff system we might have. The Nets might be able to pull off an upset. And no one would expect anything of them. No one would expect anything. If they go out and lose in the first round, nobody's going to say, oh, Kevin Durant doesn't have it anymore, anything like that. People would just brush it off. But if they somehow pull off an upset and get it going, this could be a chance for them to, who knows, win a championship. And look, I'll tell you this, they will be so dangerous if they have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving that I wouldn't be surprised if this whole reseeding thing got scrapped. And Adam Silver said, you know what, since they would have Durant, Kyrie, and meet the Lakers in the first round, let's just go back to East-West so we don't have to put the Lakers in jeopardy. I think the Lakers will win, don't get me wrong. But, man, the Nets would be dangerous, and I'd give them a legitimate shot at beating anyone outside of the LA teams, the Lakers and the Clippers. That includes the Bucks, because the Bucks are young and still haven't really proven it in the postseason. Brooklyn would be majorly dangerous.
All right, on to Carmelo Anthony now, who recently said, quote, you know, MJ is the GOAT. He's the greatest ever. We all know that. We all agree to that. Why can't we say that, but also give LeBron his flowers while he's here, too? Why can't we say MJ was very great, LeBron is very great, Kobe